Hi, my name is Naomi and I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes 4 years ago when I was 16. It was 1 month before my 17th birthday. One of the first questions I remember asking was, will I be able to drive? Little did I know that this was the least of my worries. When I first told my best friend I had diabetes, she sent me 2 texts back. Naomi just told me she has diabetes, what do I say? And the second, sorry, wrong person. That was it. Since then, my friends have been more understanding. I'm quite a quiet person, so I don't go shouting about my diabetes, nor do I test or inject in public unless I have to. But I do like it when people ask me about my diabetes. I have some friends doing courses like midwifery and medicine, and sometimes they come to me and tell me something that they've learnt in class. And I probably already know it, but it's nice to know they're thinking of me whilst they're in a lecture, even if it is because they're talking about a disease which I have. In uni, I am studying podiatry, and diabetes is a big part of the course. It's part of the reason I wanted to be a podiatrist, helping other diabetics with their foot care and offering support because I can really understand where they're coming from. When we have tutorials or lectures on diabetes, the lecturer often asks me my point of view and my experiences. I'm happy to share these as it aids everyone's learning and they can be a better practitioner when they see diabetic patients in the future. We are doing an assignment at the moment on the immunological and clinical effects of an autoimmune disorder, and my classmates come to me for advice. Many people have chosen type 1 diabetes and they've told me they'll come and ask me if they get stuck. Over the 4 years in which I've had diabetes, I have just accepted it. I was in shock when I first found out, but I'm very used to it as my dad has had type 1 diabetes since before I was born. His hypos were always really scary. He was unreasonable and not in control at all when his blood sugar dropped, and he wouldn't listen to my mum. I would dread the nights when my mum wakes me up and asks me to come and give her a hand. He would listen to me and my sister though, although he did start saying we started to nag like our mum on quite a few occasions. This is when we knew he was starting to come around. My hypos are the opposite. No one ever notices, and that's the way I like it. My dad told my mum once that he didn't know how I controlled my diabetes so well. I don't know either, but my blood sugar levels and all my tests seemed to be good, so I didn't care how I was doing it. Unfortunately, my dad passed away last summer. It was cancer, nothing to do with the diabetes. And since then, things have been all over the place. Some days my levels do what I want, some days they don't, with no apparent reason. Straight away after he died, I wasn't eating, but I kept my insulin the same, and things stayed stable. When I did start eating properly again, my levels went high all the time. As a result of this, I increased my insulin, causing hypos all the time, and then massive highs due to overtreating. I am gradually getting my blood sugar levels under control again, but there are still way too many hypos and I don't know why. I am now trying to get an insulin pump in the hope of evening things out. I keep positive about everything. You have to. The way I see it is you have to control your diabetes, or at least try, or it will control you. If you look after yourself, there is no reason why diabetes should affect you too much. If I see my patients controlling their diabetes well, I think, why can't I do that? Or if I'm telling them to do something that will benefit their diabetes, I should follow my own advice too. I wish I was open about some things more, like injecting in public and talking to my mum about my diabetes, but I'll get there, and so will you. You can do it.